What's up, everyone? Fat Tat Daddy here with a special video for you guys today. So, in the name is Fat Tat Daddy because I have a lot of tattoos, in case you hadn't noticed. So today, I'm getting a new one. And I'm going to kind of go through the steps for you guys and show you what that experience is like. So I just made the about 2 hours and 10-15 minute drive to Bryan, Ohio to see my dude, Jesse Getchis, up at the Blackest Crow Tattoo Studio. So Jesse's been in the game for a very long time, very good at what he does, takes his job very, very seriously. So that is one thing that I recommend for everybody to do when you're looking to get tattoos is do your research. Don't just walk into a tattoo shop blindly thinking you're going to get the best work that you've ever seen, because not all tattoo artists are the same. It's a skill set, and everybody learns and obtains it differently over time. So just because you might hear good things about a certain tattoo shop, you could be walking in there and get a tattoo done by an apprentice. Nothing against those guys, but if you walk in there expecting a portrait of your grandma and they end up looking like Walter Matthau, you need to do your research. You'll find yourself a good portrait artist, look at their portfolios, do your own research. So that was one thing I did long before I ever started getting tattoos. I started getting tattoos probably about my mid-20s. And the reason was because I just could not find somebody that I really, really liked. And finally found a guy, and then a guy that did my arms and so forth. And I've actually had work done by about four artists now, but I did my research and followed them for a long time. But good news is nowadays there's a lot of really, very good tattoo artists out there, but still do your research. So that's my first tip, is do your research. Second tip is be hydrated. You don't want to go on a bender and then go and get a tattoo the next day. Been there, done that. The last thing you want to do is be sweating it out under the tattoo machine. Not a good time. So be hydrated and get a lot of rest. Tip number 2 is make sure you eat a good solid meal beforehand. I mean, I ate me some good healthy McDonald's just a little bit ago. So, hey, McDonald's breakfast does the body good, right? So I did that. So maybe that's not the best thing to eat, but just make sure you kind of got a full belly when you start. Right? It doesn't hurt to maybe take like a dose of Tylenol or something like that, maybe an hour or so before the session starts either. Third tip is during the session, try to breathe. I know if you got a high pain tolerance, I feel like I do have a fairly decent one, even though, you know, my Pocky One Chip Challenge videos might say otherwise. But when it comes to tattoos, I do have a decent pain tolerance. But I don't care how tough you are. Usually when you get through that barrier where the endorphins start to wear off and the adrenaline's gone, you really got to find a happy place. So during that time, whether it's, some people make it 10 minutes, some people make it 5 hours before they start reaching this place. But for me, it's usually about that 2 hour mark. I really have to start gritting my teeth a little bit, but always try to remember to breathe. Don't just hold your breath. You know, you hold your breath and, you know, try to think you're going to get through it, focus on that, but it doesn't help. It just helps to control those breaths all the way through it. And you'll have a much better experience that way. So be hydrated. Well, first, do your research, be hydrated, get you a good meal in beforehand, and then breathe through the tattoo session. So let's walk in and check out the shop and see how this bad boy turns out. guys, so it was about right here where we realized that we made a boo-boo. We spelled Sawyer wrong. So instead of S-A-W-Y, it was S-A-Y-W. So he had the drawing made up here, and it looked great, looked perfect, other than the order of the kids' names. So I wanted Everly Sawyer Lydia, and whenever he went back to redraw, he mistakenly spelled the Sawyer wrong, and I failed to check it, and here we are. So no harm, no foul. We're going to do some laser work and get that fixed later on. These things happen sometimes in the tattoo world. real quick, future Fat Tat Daddy coming at you. I wanted to talk real quick about tattoo aftercare. Won't spend too much time on it because your tattoo artist will be able to give you this information. But here we are 2 days after the tattoo, and as you can see, it's still looking pretty sweet. I got a little bit of dryness, which is normal. No scabbing, which is awesome. So I usually use an ointment such as Aquaphor for my aftercare. Some people just use regular lotion. But Jesse did hook me up with this really cool stuff here called Hustle Butter Deluxe. So it is a plant-based ointment. He actually uses it during the tattooing process as well. It smells really good. Kind of smells like coconuts a little bit. I really enjoy it, so look it up. Woo! Alright, so glad that's over. It's one of those things about getting a tattoo is anytime I go in, I'm all excited, and then I get started, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. You know, it's pretty painful, but all in all, that really wasn't that bad. There was a few spots like, you know, down towards that, you know, nippy nip area, that really sucked. And then the white at the end was pretty much misery, like it always is. But all in all, pretty decent experience, other than the slight boo-boo with my son's name spelling, but I blame myself for that one. He had it drawn up fine at first, but then I made a slight change, and it kind of, you know, threw off the mojo a bit, and now we have a misspelling, but nothing a little laser action can't fix. So we're going to do the laser action and come back and get that fixed up, and we'll never even know that it was ever wrong. So these things happen, you know, and that's one thing too, is it's best not to panic, because, you know, I have zero artistic ability whatsoever. I have a good eye for it, I have a good vision for it, but I can never do this. You know, I can't even draw a stick figure the right way. So these guys have such great talent, you know, and it's good to remember that at the end of the day, they're human too. So the shit happens, right? I mean, I've been tattooed probably hundreds of hours and been fortunate enough to never have anything like this happen until now, and it's not that big of a deal. It can be fixed, and it's not the end of the world. So that's just something to remember, is whenever, especially lettering and things like that, if you get some lettering done, double triple check, whatever, if the spelling's correct and if it's the right placement and things like that, and don't be afraid to speak up when it comes to something like that. So because these mistakes can and do happen, even with the best artists. So skill wise, Jesse is the best tattoo artist that's ever worked on me. Love the dude. He's a good dude, and it's no sweat. So check him out on his Instagram, Jesse Tattoos by Jesse, and check out their shop Facebook page and their shop Instagram page, because they have other great artists that work there as well. And hit my dude up. I got worked on in January, and I was able to book today, which is October 30th, if that tells you anything. So he's booked out quite a ways, and I was smart enough last time I was in to book 2 sessions, so I got another one November 27th to finish up the chest. Hopefully I get something in the center here to pull it all together. Hopefully by then maybe we'll be able to fix the lettering, but if not, we'll get it next time in June. So I have another session in June booked. So that's how far out he's booked, guys. So in June and July, there's a lot of dates already filled up. So as of right now, as of this video, October 30th, he has August wide open. There's nothing in August of 2023. So he's booked out about 10 months. Yeah. So get with him now. So hey guys, once again, Jesse Getchus. Check him out on Instagram. How about Jesse Tattoos at the Blackest Crow Tattoo Studio in Bryan, Ohio. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like my tattoo. I freaking love it. It might be my favorite tattoo. Like, I feel like I say that almost every time I get one, but like looking at it right now, it's like, man, I feel like this might be my favorite piece. So I hope you guys enjoy as much as I do. Until next time, have a good one.